Morning, everybody. Hey, this is the most wonderful place to be on earth right now, as far as I'm concerned. Here, enjoying a beautiful Jacksonville beach sunrise. Um, Guys, I'm Richard Cuff, president of CTI Marketing, founder of Nasimba Business Alliance, and certified master greatness coach here at getreadyforgreatness.com. And I just wanted to share my thoughts this morning as I'm sitting out here at the beach, um, watching the sunrise, and blessed even with this. God just gave me this big giant cloud. I got to show you guys this again. This cloud has been sitting here all morning, and as the sun was rising, it just this cloud has just changed shape, but it has never really moved, and so it has blocked the heat of the sun all morning, and it's giving me this wonderful, um, cool sunrise. Uh, and it's been that way for almost an hour, and it's probably gonna blow away at some point in time, unless you guys saw the movie Nope. And in that case, I ain't gonna be out here for too long because that cloud can't be good. Guys, I really wanted to um first of all, I've gotta say thank you, thank you, because you all don't know it. Some of you do, that this has been my therapy for the last year. I in about a week, I will be stepping into the. In fact, a week from Monday will be August 15th, and that'll be 1 year since my wife passed away. And yeah, it feels like the blink of an eye. But um, I was faced with a choice when that happened. I I could have um, I literally could have jumped in the grave with her. I could have been that guy who died 24 hours after his wife died, because that was the way I felt. That was, in fact, for a moment there, that's what I thought would happen. But every day, God gave me a reason to wake up, and the greatest reason was my children. I was concerned about them. I knew that I could not. I didn't want. Actually, I didn't. Honestly, in the back of my mind, it's kind of weird, but my thoughts were I could not let my death be another burden on top of what they are already experiencing. So maybe it's kind of like I was thinking like, well, maybe when the time is right, right? When the time is right, I'll leave this earth. Um, but you, everybody deals with grief differently. And I shared this before with you that at one point I felt like my heart had been shattered into a million pieces, and then it was no longer beating; it was just being squeezed, and to the point that I could hear a hissing sound inside my chest. It was like it was just bare. It was just squeezing, and air was like seeping out. That was the way it felt. It wasn't beating; it was just hissing on the inside of my chest. And then one evening, I was just sitting on the couch, and I could feel my heart start to beat again. And at that moment, God gave me the revelation that it wasn't that my heart was being squeezed; it was that it was His hand holding all the pieces together. And I I could I can't even right now form the words to say thank you to God for holding me together, and and blessing me still. My business is growing, um my wealth is increasing, all those things that I could get on here and talk about. But that's not, if you guys have gone through my coaching, for those of you that have gone, that you're not going to get that that coaching experience from me, that I'm going to tell you how to 10x your business and how to become a millionaire like me and all that other stuff, how to do all of that. That's not what I'm here to do. But what I am going to share with you is the the secrets, or the I guess the techniques, the processes that I've learned over the years. Now I have put it in my ebook and my workbook and my course. So the ebook, the workbook, the course, and then ultimately the book that I'll be releasing soon, the PS Factor. Um, all of those work together, but they're designed, each one is designed to reach you where you are. And that's what I was thinking about today, because I'm going to be flying to Washington this week. Um, a client is taking his medical equipment company to the next level, and we've got some great announcements to make with that particular company. But I'll share that with you guys a little bit later. Um, and as we're bringing together group investments, so but that's what I want to share with you guys. I want to talk with you about how we're doing big things in a very small way. I remember, and this was 40 now, golly, 42 years ago. I was in the army, and I was in Korea, and I was in Korea feeling very suicidal, y'all. And that's why I have such um, a a great a heart to help wherever I can whenever it comes to mental health issues, especially those that may lead someone to feel like they're so alone that they want to take their life. So these, um, I was feeling that back in 1980, and I walked into onto the base in Korea. Didn't want to be there, and within a couple of days, I met this guy, and he said to me, "You know, if you move one pebble, the world will never be the same." And I don't even remember who that guy was, but what I do remember is how it totally changed my life. That I went over to Korea feeling like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. And that one little bit of wisdom made me realize, wait a minute, this world, this thing that we call life, is really not some solid block of energy that's immovable, that's unchanging. This thing that's called the world is made up of energy, that if you move one thing, you literally change the whole world. You have literally changed the whole universe. Pick up a grain of sand and blow it off out of your hand, and it falls on a different place on the ground. The world is no longer the way it was just before that. And that's what's happening with our thoughts. The things that 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 we do, um, it 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 may feel like nothing is changing. Uh, it's changing, but as you continue to grow and move along in life, the the opportunity for you to see it over time is those little changes. That's when you will begin to see it. So that's really what I want to share with you, is that, you can start small and think big. So when you'll see on the course, on my 21 days to greatness, the PS Factor course, you'll see that I say start small, think big, grow fast, begin now. What I'm sharing with you is just the multidimensional way of thinking, that you can be in one place physically, but another place mentally, and even another place emotionally, and still a fourth place spiritually, and in a totally different place as it relates to the will of God. And it's not until you open your mind to the fact that that which is happening right in front of you is just one of multiple places. So in order for you to experience those other places, you've got to get out of this physical existence. Um, the Christian church, they they make it simple. Um, they teach you that what's going to happen is we're going to die someday and then we're going to go to heaven. That's a really simplified version, but it still does it, right? It gets you to see that what you are here in this physical is not all there is, but it it kind of makes it the process that the religion takes you through um, doesn't necessarily help you deal with the fact that you got to get gas money in your car, or the lights are going to be turned off, and you know falling on your knees and praying um, may not necessarily put gas in your car, but I'm gonna tell you that sometimes it will, because I have to share this story with you. I had to be maybe 23 years old, and I was really getting into this. Um, if you can believe it and conceive it, you can receive it. That thing, man, it was like anything that you speak, you can have. And I was out of gas. Literally, I had no gas money. I'm in my mom's house. I hadn't moved into an apartment yet, so I'm staying with my mom. Coming home from the army, Ronald Reagan had changed the laws, so when you leave the army, you back then, I don't know if they've changed it now, but I didn't qualify for unemployment insurance, right? Because technically, when I got out of the army, I quit my job, so the United States Army was not obligated to give me anything, and so there I am, no money, no gas, and I drop on my knees and I start to pray, and I'm praying, literally praying, dear God, I need some gas money. I have no gas in my car, God. I need you to give me some gas money. And then there's a knock at the door, and I literally say, hold on. Like, wait, God, excuse me. I'll be back. I got to go answer the door. And I go answer the door, open the door, and we lived on 58th Street and 17th Avenue in Miami, and the way that our front door opened, you could look across the street, and there was these guys that would always hang out under this tree right there on the corner of 17th Avenue, across the avenue from where our house was. And he said, "Hey man, I'm usually over here under this tree. I just missed the jitney downtown. I will give you gas money if you give me a ride downtown." I told him, hold on, and closed the door and went back and finished that prayer. Thank you, Jesus. Guys, I know that there are those that would say, religion doesn't necessarily solve the problem, especially the way that religion is being used right now, like as if people have been given the rights to use lightning bolts. You know, use God's power the way that they want to use God's power. Because if you know, if you had the power to use a lightning bolt to zap people on the ass when you wanted to, you do it. And I thought about that. Unfortunately, several people were killed with lightning strikes in front of the White House, and it just kind of made me think about that moment that people would, if someone did have the power, this true power that God has given us. So yes, there are times that religion can come through in a powerful way. And was that coincidence? Was that God actually answering my prayers? Yes, it was. I needed gas. I prayed to Jesus. I got gas money. But that was just a small thing. If I could get God to move on my behalf and fill up my tank through miraculous means, can I get God to move on my behalf and roll back this global warming that seems to be going to destroy the world before my grandchildren are able to have children? Um, can I get it? Can I pray to God and get this racism to just finally leave this nation? Can I pray to God and close the wealth gap? Can I pray to God and stop these diseases and from just taking over and killing people by the thousands, and the rest of the world, governors in here in the state of Florida, just feel like all I have to do is stand behind a microphone and speak to my base and tell everybody else to kiss my entire behind, to quote Della Reese from what was that, Harlem Nights. I cleaned it up a little bit, y'all. But those are big things, right? Why should I feel like my prayers are going to affect those big things? Why should I feel that way? Well, I can feel that way because I know how my prayers affected a little thing, like gas in my car at exactly the right moment. So I hold out hope that I can, through my prayers, pray to God and it move one pebble in heaven. Just maybe it gets God's attention for a split second, long enough for my prayers to make a difference, long enough for me to be able to pray for my children and know that they'll be okay, for me to pray for my community and know that somebody will change, something will change. I can pray, I can even pray for my governor, my president. I can pray for the leaders of this world. I can pray, I can pray, I can pray, I can pray. And I can believe that my prayer is going to be that pebble that's moved, that changes everything. So, guys, what's that one small thing that you feel like you can do to make a difference? Do that one small thing and watch what happens. I'm going to let you guys see this. I'm going to go back to this cloud. So that cloud is still there. It's amazing. It's almost an hour now, an hour and a half, and the sun has not come out from behind that cloud. It went straight up with that cloud right in front of it, and it has just been there. I am loving this. Guys, till next time, take care.